Hello everyone, Lock Gardening Bird Lady here, coming to you guys with a quick video. And today I just want to talk about some of my favorite fall vegetables to grow in containers. So let's jump into it. This video was inspired by a comment that I received on my video that I posted a couple days ago. Well, yeah, yesterday. I received this comment yesterday, and this person was talking about how they live in a townhouse, but they cannot, they want to have a garden, but they live in a townhouse, and they cannot, you know, get into the container garden as of yet. So I just want to come and do a video to encourage people who think, and why is it on my nose, and to encourage people who think they cannot have a garden, to do container gardens. Just because you have a townhouse or an apartment doesn't mean that you can't still grow wonderful vegetables. When I started my gardening journey, I lived in a studio apartment. I tell you, like I told the person yesterday, trial and error is the name of the game. Trial and error is the name of the game. Anything you want to grow, you can grow it in a container. If you live in a townhouse, an apartment, whatever, if you have 100 acres of land and you just choose to use containers instead, that's fine. You can grow anything in containers. And I'm going to put some links to some containers that I really like, that I grow from. The fabric containers, that's what I used to grow my veggies in before I fell in love with the whiskey barrel containers there. So I'm going to put some links in the description box for some containers. And if you want to do things like, they have the really big 100-gallon containers, and you can do really big beds in there. It gets a lot of space. Sometimes it can get costly trying to fill them up with the garden soil, but right now it's the best time to get it, because the garden soil that I have here that I showed you in the last video, I typically pay $9 a bag for it. I got it for $3.98 a bag, because in the fall, I guess they think people stop gardening in the fall and they put all the gardening stuff on sale. So now it's the best time to get the soil, the potting soil. And they do have potting soil mixes. They have raised bed garden mixes. I like the Nature's Care raised bed garden mix. I don't like to down talk any one out there, but I tried the Kellogg's raised bed garden mix, and my plants didn't like it. For some reason, my plants did not like the Kellogg's. And even now, with me having a lot of yard space for a garden, I still utilize the containers because they are just so much easier. It looks complicated, but it is really easy, especially with the type of vegetables that I'm going to tell you that I like to grow in the fall time, because they're really simple to grow. They pretty much take care of themselves. And one of the good things about the fall is you don't have to worry about as many pests as you have to worry about in the summertime and in the spring. And another thing that you don't have to worry about when you're container gardening is you have the added benefit of not having to weed a lot. You may have some seeds or something that a bird may drop or whatever, but you don't have to worry about the weeds coming straight from the ground. So I'm telling you, weeding is the worst. Trying to weed is the worst, and that's why my second go around gardening, I use the weed fabric, and in the fall I'm going to use the weed fabric, because the way my husband and I work, the weeds are just grow so fast. And so so you don't have to worry about weeding either when you're any major weeding when you're container gardening. So my first vegetable that I really like to grow in containers is lettuce. Lettuce is one of the easiest vegetables that you can grow in a container. What I like to do is I like to go to different, like Baker's Creek or myseedneeds.com, and I get the seed mixes that they have with the different type of lettuces. Like you can get the musclin mix or the romaine mix or different type of lettuce mixes, and you just fill your container up. You get your container, put your holes in the bottom, fill your container up with some good organic potting soil, and then you just put your seeds and just water it and just watch it grow. Lettuce is super easy to grow, especially in containers. But even if you wanted to go to somewhere like a feed and seed store or somewhere and just buy the lettuce plants, one thing about that I don't like about lettuce plants is they do not transplant well. They will wilt when you disturb the root. Automatically they're gonna wilt when you disturb the root. So if you go and get some lettuce plants from the feed and seed store or from a big box store, wherever you decide to get your plants from, if you go and you get some plants and lettuce plants and they start to wilt when you first plant them, that's okay, that's normal. You may even have them look like they're dead, but as long as you keep watering them and giving them that love, and they and their roots are intact, they will come back. That's one thing about it. They will wilt when you first plant them, but if you keep watering them, keep giving them that TLC, they will, trust me, they will come back. And they have the types of lettuce that I really like. It's the cut come again lettuces, where you can kind of just chop off the top of the leaves, and the more you water, you keep watering them, they'll keep coming right back. So lettuce is just one of those plants that once you plant, it just keeps on giving, keeps on giving, keeps on giving. And like I said, if you don't have seeds and you do get plants from the store, if they wilt, it's okay, they're supposed to. Their roots have been disturbed, so they're supposed to wilt. But do not just be like, oh, I killed it. No, keep watering it, keep showing it some love. Go out there, I talk to my plants, go out there and talk to them. I be putting scripture on my plants. You should live and not die and declare the works of the Lord by feeding my family. You know, I even put scriptures on my vegetables. But anyway, yes, lettuce is a really good starter vegetable, bar none, and it's really good for the fall, and especially if you're up north, it doesn't get really hot. It's really good to just grow lettuce. Another one that I really like to grow in containers, and I kind of just throw seeds out and I just let it rip, is kale. Kale is really super easy and super rewarding to grow from seed. And even if the same thing, even if you want to go and buy the kale plants and start your garden that way with the plants instead, that's fine. Just keep in mind that they may wilt as well. They're not as bad as at wilting as lettuce is. Kale actually it transplants pretty well. The leaves may droop or whatever, but you water them, they'll come back up. As opposed to the lettuce plants that looks like it's dead and may lose all its leaves. But kale transplants a lot easier than the actual lettuce does. So if you want to get kale plants, you can do that. But I do the same thing. I have these mix of kale, these mixes of kale, and I should have brought my seeds out here to show you guys what I'm talking about. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, so I have found the seeds. So back to the lettuce. This is one of the blends that I love from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. It is salad blend red wing lettuce mix, and it's 3 different type of red lettuces. I love red lettuces. And here's another one, the mesclun, where it has different types of lettuces in that. That's one blend with the lettuces. And so I love this blend right here. This blend of lettuce, this blend of kale right here is absolutely amazing. It's awesome. And I usually just, like I said, throw it out and just let it do what it do. And I also, some easy kales to grow that I really like is I like the blue curl scotch kale, and the scarlet kale is beautiful and it's so tasty. And this can be grown in the fall, or this kale right here takes a licking and keep on ticking. The lacinato kale, or dinosaur kale, some people may call it, that kale is amazing. And we also have the red Russian kale. So those are some really good kale mixes that I like. And what I would do, even if I don't have like a mix like this, sometimes I take this kale seeds and put them together, and I put them all in a container and just let them grow together that way, and have my own little kale mix growing in one container. I do the same thing with the lettuce, because this right here is my bag of lettuce seeds. Some of my lettuce seeds. So if you can see how many different types of lettuce that I actually have, lettuce seeds that I actually have. So sometimes I just mix the seeds together and I throw them out and just let all the lettuces grow up together. And it's really good because it makes for a really good salad with different types of greens. And I'm gonna fall out this chair eventually. I'm gonna see if I can find, okay. And you can also grow a mix like this. And this baby green smoothie mix, it has spinach, beets, Swiss chard, and romaine lettuce in it, and it just all grows up together, and it just makes it really, really easy. Now, I don't have the best track record with spinach. Me and spinach, we just don't get along. But when I throw out this mix right here, it does really good in this mix. But trying to grow spinach from seed by itself, a lot of times my seeds don't even germinate. And another one that I love growing in containers, I'm just trying to look and see what all I have in my... Alright, so another one that is really, really good from growing in containers is carrots. And same thing here, I have a Ziploc bag, and this is not even all my carrot seeds, full of carrot seeds. And in case you can't see in the Ziploc bag, let me pull them out for you. These are some of my carrot seeds. These are some of them. And this is because this bag right here got full. And my favorite carrot to grow is the cosmic purple carrot. I would recommend this carrot to anybody. This cosmic purple carrot is so tasty. It is it's carrot, but it's carrot. It has a carrot taste, but it has like a sweetness to it. And it grows really, really easy. Carrots grow really, really easy. The only thing is, it can take about 2 weeks for carrots to germinate. So if you go out there and you don't see them popping up as fast as the lettuce will, then it's all right. It's okay. It's fine. They will be fine. They will grow together. So it can take just some time to for these to germinate. And these carrots right here, I'm telling you, they are the best. And trying to see if I have some more oh yes, oh my god, talk about sweet. Cosmic purple is my favorite, but this is next to the cosmic purple. These right here, these seeds right here, these carrots right here are so tasty. Yellow carrots, purple carrots, I love them. And what I do, I'll do the same thing. The same exact thing with these is I will mix the carrot seeds together sometimes, and I will just have just a rainbow carrot mix with yellow, white, red. You don't believe me about red carrots? Hold on. Bam. Atomic red carrot. So I have like a rainbow mix of carrots, red, yellow, orange. Orange carrots here. These are really, really sweet carrots as well. So, or you can actually buy the mix, the rainbow carrot mix. Is this called rainbow carrot? It's carnival blend carrot mix. So you can actually buy them with the different colored carrots in them. But if I don't have mixes like this, I'll just take carrot seeds, one from each little pack, mix them all up together, shake them in my hand, and throw them out and let them grow. Carrots, they grow really well in containers. Now, greens like collards and mustards, they grow really well in containers. But one thing about collards and mustards, you do need to watch your spacing, because collards can get really, really big. Really, really big. And it's a big, huge wasp, like right there on my tripod. And he's like, I'm gonna just leave for a minute. Oh shoot. So I don't know what that was about, but I just got chased by a wasp. And now I'm freaking out a little bit because I've never been stung by a wasp. I don't bother them. They use it. I'm jumping up with a fly. I don't bother them. They usually don't bother me. But for some reason, that right there, I don't know. I may smell a certain way. I may smell like a caterpillar or something. I don't know. But anyway, now I'm gonna be tripping. But back to what I was saying. Collard greens and mustard greens, they can get really, really big. They can get really, really bushy. So you do want to watch your spacing when it comes to the collards and the mustard greens in the containers. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And what I typically do is I grow collards and onion in containers together, and that's supposed to ward off the cabbage looper. But it's supposed to ward off the cabbage looper. So you can grow those in a container together. You can grow turnips in containers. I'm just thinking of just greens that you can grow in containers. Let's see. Another one that I really love to grow in containers is Swiss chard. Oh yeah, Swiss chard. I do not have a lot of Swiss chard seeds, but this right here, this one is actually torn. This is my favorite Swiss chard just because I like the way it looks. It is the pink flamingo Swiss chard, and I just like the way it looks. But that's another one that you can grow from seed. The possibilities are countless of what all that you can grow from seed, or that you can grow in containers. But these are just some of my favorite to grow in containers, and the ones that I found the easiest to grow in containers where I can just leave them alone. You can grow broccoli, you can grow cauliflower, you can grow I've grown cucumbers, and I've grown all these things, which we're talking about fall vegetables today, but I've grown everything in containers. I've grown corn in containers. I've grown so many things in containers. Whatever you can grow in the ground, you can grow in containers. I think that's pretty much it. There's a lot more that I can talk about, but I want to keep this video relatively short. So this should be, I hope this is a good starting point for everyone. I hope what I said made sense, and I hope it encouraged you. Grow food, because now, you know, with everything that's going on, you know, it's not promised that, you know, food is going to be readily available. Because when COVID first happened, you saw, or you see now, how certain meats you can't find. Like, I went and tried to find my husband's chicken wings from the store, and I've gone to Kroger like 4 times and I haven't been able to find chicken wings. So, and you see the vegetables, they start to slow down when the pandemic first happened. And you always hear these reports about lettuce and salmonella. If you're growing your own lettuce and you're growing it the right way, and you know what's going in it from seed or from that plant, and you don't have to worry about that if you grow your own. So I just hope that this encourages someone. Just because you don't have a huge yard, or even if you do have a huge yard but you don't want to mess up your yard and till it up, get some containers, throw some seeds out, put some plants in there, and hey, let's see what's gonna just see what's gonna happen. What can it hurt? What can it harm? And that's what I did. I started with one tomato plant, and now I feed my entire family from my garden. So you gotta start somewhere. So don't let the fact that you don't have a lot of space stop you, or that you don't want to utilize your space stop you. Get you some containers, get you some good raised bed or some potting soil, throw you some seeds out, or put you some plants in there, water it, love it, talk to it, speak life into it, and you'll be amazed at what happens. So thank you so much, guys, for watching, and as usual, toodaloo, bye bye.